Uh, so with Google having sunset expanded text ads the 30th of June, our team here at Traffic and Dealer Breacher have created a new responsive search ads backend. I have Senior Director of Product Frederic Binette and Traffic Product Manager Tiffany Tran. Tiffany's going to run us through the backend changes that we've made for responsive search ads. But Frederic, first, obviously we had to change, but can you maybe explain a little bit about how the team came to releasing this today?
Yeah, of course. And it's really great that we're moving to the responsive search ad. It's something that we are testing for, I'm going to say the last 2 years, as soon as Google came up with that. And it's a good way to leverage the Google AI and just to see how they can really size the intent of the consumers and deliver the best ad copy for them. So that was our first motivation to move with RSA. And what we saw in the last few years is the ads performing very well. So that's one of the reason. The other one, of course, Google's sunsetting the expanded text ad, the one that we were used to see with the three headlines, one or two description, depending on Google algorithms. But they are moving out of that, and to be able like just to continue and update the ad copies, we had to move to that one. So it's bringing like new function. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great. So Tiffany Tran is the traffic product manager. And Tiffany, you're going to run us through the changes that we made to the back end of Dealer Breacher, which powers traffic campaigns, in how the new responsive search ads UI is, etc.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Ivan. As you can see on my screen, I'm going to start with the ad copy. So if you can access this through params. In the side navigation bar, you could click add copies or on the main menu here. So once I click it, you'll be seeing the different campaign types. So you can only see 3 here, but the options would be new car, used car, conquest, finance, and branding and service. So those are the different tiles that you might see. Within each tile, you'll see the same 3 options, the option to select the strategy, the ad group, or language. So I'm just going to click the edit button here, which brings me into the ad copy editor. So at the top, you'll see the same 3 options, so you could change it right within the editor without going back. On the left-hand side, you'll see the different ad copies. So you'll be able to switch between both of them simply by clicking, and then it'll show the varying headlines and descriptions. So if you ever want to add a headline or description, you just click the plus icon here. And once you've maxed out based on Google's limitations, that option will disappear. So that is that. And then over here, you'll see the drag and drop tags. So you'll be able to easily just move those into the headlines to simplify headline creation. And then we've also added the ability to duplicate ad copies for another ad group. So once you could click it and then check off the box that you'd like, it'll show you exactly which ad group you're duplicating to. And then to execute that copy function, as well as any other changes that you've made within the editor, you just need to click save, and then that will happen. So that's the changes that we've made to the ad copy editor. Any questions there?
So basically now we're just inputting headlines, right? And then the Google AI is going to choose the best combination of headlines to show to a user that's in market. Is that correct?
Exactly.
And how many headlines and descriptions can one put in an ad, let's say?
Yeah, so that user will now be able to add up to 15 headlines and up to 4 descriptions for an ad copy. So that's up to a maximum of 3 ad copies per ad group.
And best practice would be to make it custom, use the dynamic capabilities, etc.
Yes, we've integrated Google's best practices into as the layer that we offer within Traffic. So always keeping Google up to date and our platform with those limitations. And it's always recommended to have at least, I believe it's 4 headline, yes, up to 3 headlines and 4 descriptions. And then actually a feature that I forgot to mention here was actually the pinning feature. So What a new ability that we have is to pin in 3 positions. So this will show alter where the headline and description will appear within the ad copy. And if you ever want to unpin it, you just click shown in the unpinned position. So
Cool.
great. So now I'm going to move on to our ad builder. So clicking the navigation bar. So here is the ad builder homepage. So now you'll be able to see up to 5 tiles and be able to scroll through the different marketing approaches that you have. You can also filter at the top by active, paused, or ended. And then within each tile, you'll also be able to see all the details that you need. You could click ad preview to see the ad. And also, if you ever want to change the status of one of the marketing approaches, you just need to click it, and then you'll be presented with the option to pause. That option is not available for any marketing approaches that have expired or ended. So in order to do that, you'd have to click this new feature that we have right in the top right corner. This will allow you to duplicate it, and then you could go ahead and change any details and change the end date, start and end date, and then you could reactivate that. So moving into it, you could either click edit or create a new marketing approach, and that will bring you into this new marketing approach editor. So here you could alter the marketing approach title, campaign group selection, set the start and end dates. And something new is that we've added is the ability to add multiple conditions and campaigns. So you could go ahead and do that very easily. And then once you're done, you can move on to the next steps. So that is the changes and updates that we've made to the ad builder.
Great. And so as of July 5th, I believe as of July 1st, but being today, July 5th, this is now available to all dealer reacher customers and to traffic strategists who would use them for traffic clients, correct?
Yes.
Great. Well, thank you very much. Frederic, any last words on the project? Looks like a great project. We got it on time, and I think it's going to be really good for customers, the AI effect and being on RSA.
Yeah, that's correct. And I think it's another opportunity for us to leverage the Google AI and adding like the traffic dealer breacher logic and layers on top of that. So yeah.